The world thought the dinosaurs were gone for good, but nature isn't done fighting back. A forgotten island is about to erupt, wiping out the last living dinosaurs on Earth. As lava rains from the sky and extinction looms again, a rescue mission turns into something far more dangerous. Will humanity save these creatures, or exploit them? It all started on Isla Nublar, where there used to be a theme park featuring real living dinosaurs known as Jurassic World. However, after a catastrophic incident that caused dozens of creatures and humans to perish, the place was completely abandoned. 6 months after the incident, 2 mercenaries are sent to the island in an underwater submersible vehicle to retrieve some dinosaur bones for research. When they find a skeleton on the ocean floor, they cut off a rib bone and send it to the surface on a buoy. The mercenaries get ready to return to the surface, but a terrifying creature appears behind them in the dark water. On the surface, a helicopter is dispatched to pick up the buoy with the sample. The communications officer worries about the mercenaries because he's lost their radio signal. The pilots notice something large moving in the woods and rush to rescue the officer on the ground. He can't hear his co-workers' warnings in the heavy rain. So when he turns around, he's shocked to see a massive T-Rex roaring at him menacingly. The man starts running frantically and drops his tablet, which is stepped on and crushed by the dinosaur. The team in the chopper tosses down a ladder and the officer jumps just in time to grab it, dodging the beast's vicious attack. The T-Rex bites the edge of the ladder and starts pulling forcefully, so the team considers cutting it loose to escape. However, the ladder breaks on its own and the helicopter gets to fly away to safety. Unfortunately, a mosasaurus jumps out of the water and swallows the officer whole in just a single second. In the helicopter, the team sends their boss a message to announce they have successfully obtained the DNA sample. 3 years after the incident, there's still an ongoing debate about the island because a volcano has recently woken up there. If it erupts, it'll kill the last remaining dinosaurs on Earth. Many activist groups think dinosaurs should be protected and rescued, but other people think they should be left to die naturally. Former park manager Claire has founded the Dinosaur Protection Group, an organization dedicated to saving and protecting the endangered dinosaurs. When the government refuses to fund a rescue operation mission, Claire receives an important phone call. Moments later, she's meeting Benjamin Lockwood, a wealthy man who volunteers to pay for the entire rescue mission and bring the dinosaurs to a new sanctuary island where they'll be safe from human interference and exploitation. Benjamin's assistant, Eli Mills, explains the specific details of the plan, which includes following the trackers embedded in the dinosaurs' bodies. He also points out that the velociraptor known as Blue is extremely smart and dangerous, so they'll need her original trainer to rescue her. Claire immediately goes to see Owen Grady, the trainer who used to work at the park. They have a drink at the local bar, and Claire tries to recruit him for the mission. However, Owen thinks the plan is crazy and dangerous and turns her down. That night, Owen rewatches old videos of Blue as a baby dinosaur, and changes his mind about helping. The next morning, Owen surprises Claire on the plane and gets to meet paleo-veterinarian Zia Rodriguez and IT expert Franklin Webb from the Protection Group. Meanwhile, at the Lockwood Manor, Benjamin chats with his granddaughter, Maisie, and tells her how much she is like her mother in personality. Maisie asks if she also looks like her physically, and the housekeeper Iris looks disturbed by the question. Benjamin assures her that she does and that her mother would have tried to save the dinosaurs too. When the plane lands on the island, the group is surprised to discover that a base camp has already been set up and operational. They're welcomed by Ken Wheatley, a trophy hunter serving as the expedition facilitator. The local volcano is expelling lots of black smoke continuously, so they need to move fast. The team joins the mercenaries in their trucks, which cross through the front gates to reach the heart of the island. At the abandoned park, something is moving in a store window mysteriously. The group hears some rumbling nearby and Zia immediately leaves the truck to watch a beautiful brachiosaurus pass by majestically. Then they travel to the radio tower where Franklin hacks the electronic lock to get them inside. Claire's handprint activates and turns on the computer system, and Franklin activates the system so they can find the dinosaurs via their chip implants. The mercenaries have already captured a bunch of dinosaurs, so those appear together on the ship's location. They quickly locate Blue's position on the map, so Owen leaves with Zia and the mercenaries to find her. While Franklin and Claire stay at the computer to act as guides remotely, knowing that Blue will hear them approaching, Owen makes the truck stop earlier and continues alone on foot cautiously. Following paw prints on the muddy ground, Owen finds a crashed vehicle and a small dinosaur comes out of it. Blue appears right behind it and Owen starts talking calmly to her while offering some food that she doesn't catch. Using a clicker and lots of reassuring words, Owen manages to calm Blue down gradually. However, when he's about to connect with her emotionally, the mercenaries shoot her with tranquilizer darts. When the men surround her threateningly, a furious Blue jumps on one of them and severely wounds him. The guy ignores Ken's orders and shoots Blue with real bullets instead, so she collapses on the ground bleeding. Owen gets angry too and tries to attack Ken, who shoots him with a tranquilizer dart to put him to sleep. Zia runs to his side and grabs the fallen man's gun to threaten Ken. When the mercenaries point their guns at her, she reminds them that without her veterinary knowledge, Blue will die before she makes it to base camp. The group has no choice but to put their weapons down reluctantly. At that moment, the volcano starts to erupt violently and the radio tower gets cracks on its walls as it shakes. The guards protecting it run away in panic and the doors automatically close, leaving Claire and Franklin locked inside. The mercenaries carry Blue in their trucks and drive as fast as they can to avoid the lava that is coming down the hills rapidly. Owen has been left behind unconscious, and when he wakes up, he finds a Sinoceratops licking his face curiously. However, the dinosaur runs away when it sees the lava approaching their position. Because of the tranquilizer still in his system, Owen's body can barely move, so he has to drag it on the ground to escape too. At the radio tower, Claire can't get in contact with anybody on the team. Franklin manages to open the door of an old tunnel system, unaware that it connects to the abandoned park. As lava starts coming through the cracks in the building structure, a baryonyx uses the tunnel to come inside the tower. It can't reach them because the lava is between them, but it does fight Franklin when he grabs a chair defensively. Thankfully, he manages to pull it away, and they use it to climb the emergency ladder to safety. The baryonyx tries to come after them, but the duo closes the hatch to lock it inside below. Then, they watch in horror how the volcano keeps erupting and shooting magma bombs everywhere. At that moment, Owen appears running on the hill with lots of dinosaurs following him in panic. Claire and Franklin join them to hide in the woods while avoiding the stampeding dinosaurs. They find a gyrosphere behind a fallen tree, so Franklin and Claire immediately get inside for protection. However, they can't leave yet because two dinosaurs start fighting near them violently. Before things can escalate further, the T-Rex also shows up and easily overpowers the fighting beasts to make them stop. Afterward, the escape continues with Owen running on foot with the animals while his friends activate the gyrosphere to roll away. When they reach the edge of the cliff, everyone falls into the sea below. Water starts leaking into the gyrosphere rapidly and another magma bomb lands on top of it, causing more damage to the structure. Owen soon reaches them and tries shooting at the door only for a small magma bomb to disarm him. Then he uses his knife and manages to open the door so everyone can swim to the surface for air. The trio reaches the shore and watches a plane fly by overhead with a caged dinosaur. They return to the base camp and discover that the mercenaries have captured all the dinosaurs which are being taken away on a big cargo ship. Zia is tending Blue's wounds and Ken uses pliers to get a tooth from a Stegosaurus for his personal collection. It turns out the mercenaries were planning to kidnap the dinosaurs from the very beginning. Claire was only hired to activate the tracking system and Owen to get them Blue specifically. The magma bombs soon start falling on the base camp too, so Zia, the mercenaries, and the dinosaurs are leaving on the ship quickly. The trio runs after it desperately, but they aren't fast enough to catch up. So they get in a truck and make a big jump to land inside the ship at the last second. They watch the island burn down completely and an abandoned Brachiosaurus dying on the docks alone. At the Lockwood mansion, Eli meets with Gunnar Eversole, an auctioneer who will help him sell the captured dinosaurs. Eli takes Gunnar to a secret lab where he reveals that they are creating a new hybrid dinosaur called the Indoraptor for military use and warfare. Their conversation is overheard by Maisie, who rushes to warn her grandfather about the plan. However, Benjamin thinks she just misheard them talking. Back on the ship, the trio sneaks around to reunite with Zia, who informs them that Blue needs a blood transfusion urgently, and it can only be provided by the T-Rex. Claire and Owen find the sleeping T-Rex in a container and carefully move near it to stick the needle to take some blood. Unfortunately, a mercenary notices the open door and closes the container shut. This awakens the T-Rex, which starts thrashing violently inside. Claire manages to escape through the holes in the ceiling and opens the door so Owen can get out too. They take the blood sample to Zia, who can finally operate on Blue and remove the bullet lodged inside. Back to Maisie, she manages to sneak into the secret lab because she saw Eli entering the access password. She watches a video of Owen training baby Blue and moves her head like the dinosaur does in the footage. At that moment, Eli enters the lab with Dr. Henry Wu, who is worried about the damage the mercenaries may have caused to Blue. Her DNA was used to make the new hybrid dinosaur, and she'll be needed to keep it under control. Maisie sneaks around to avoid being seen, but she ends up stepping into the forbidden area, and the Indoraptor tries to touch her through the bars. Her screams give away her position, and she's found by Eli, who immediately takes her to a room and locks her up. Afterward, Benjamin has a meeting with Eli to confront him about his secret plan and threatens to call the police authorities, so Eli kills him by suffocation. When the ship reaches California, the group tries to leave Blue's container. Owen and Claire manage to sneak inside a truck, but a mercenary finds Franklin and thinks he's part of the crew, so he puts him to work. All the vehicles leave the ship, and Claire realizes the dinosaurs are being taken to Benjamin's estate. One by one, the beasts are put in cages inside the underground lab. Unfortunately, Ken finds Claire and Owen in the truck and locks them up in a cell. Eli tells them that selling the dinosaurs isn't different from making money with the park, so Claire hits his head on the bars angrily. Upstairs, Maisie uses a coat hanger to unlock the door and escapes to the balcony where she sees all the bidders arriving at the mansion. She dangerously climbs the wall and then the roof to reach her grandfather's bedroom, only to find him dead on the bed. When she hears Eli coming closer, she rushes to hide in the dumbwaiter. Eli pretends he's surprised to find Benjamin dead and fires the housekeeper Iris, saying she's not needed anymore. Maisie makes the dumbwaiter move to escape downward, so when Eli opens it because of a noise, it's already empty. The auction begins and the dinosaurs are shown off in their cages to wealthy bidders. Eli makes tons of money while the beasts are put in trucks after they're bought to be sent to their new destinations. In the lab, Owen discovers that the Stygimoloch in the neighboring cell just woke up, so he whistles in order to make it headbutt the wall. Once it makes a hole and crosses to their cell, Owen taunts it to make it attack the door repeatedly, which opens it. All this is witnessed by a horrified Maisie, who rushes to hide in the dumbwaiter. The duo offers some gentle words, so a crying Maisie runs to Owen's arms to seek comfort and safety, and they agree to bring her along with them. The group sneaks around until they find a vent to watch the auction below. Gunnar shows off the Indoraptor prototype, clarifying it's just a prototype and not for sale right now. Guards keep it down with electric shocks while Gunnar describes all the ways Henry has genetically enhanced the Indoraptor so it'll become a better soldier than humans in the future. By simply using a laser pointer, they can make the Indoraptor obsess over their chosen target relentlessly. The guests start offering large sums of money, and Gunnar tries to repeat that it's just a prototype, but Eli loves the high offers he's hearing and tells him to sell it anyway. Henry asks Eli to stop the sale, but he ignores him completely. A furious Owen looks for the electrical box and manages to activate the elevator system. At that moment, the Styggy appears behind him and he gets an idea. Using the elevator, the Styggy is sent to the auction room where it causes chaos by headbutting every person it can reach. A guard gets ready to open fire, but Owen comes out of the elevator too to stop him. Then he starts fighting several mercenaries while the Styggy continues to scare the guests into running away. Eli orders his men to send the Indoraptor back to the lab immediately. So Owen pushes all the guards out of the way until he reaches the lever to stop the cage from leaving. The Styggy follows the crowd out of the mansion to keep headbutting them while they escape. After watching this chaos unfold, a confused Ken enters the mansion and finds the Indoraptor in the cage. He shoots it with tranquilizer darts and waits until it collapses to go inside. Then he tries to get a tooth for his collection, but his tool isn't strong enough. The Indoraptor quickly recovers and bites his arm off before devouring him whole. Gunnar watches this horrific scene from his hiding spot and runs to the elevator where 3 guests are trying to hide. He pushes a woman out to reach the control panel and she screams, getting the dinosaurs' attention immediately. The Indoraptor tries to come after them, but the elevator closes on its face. Then it hits the elevator buttons with its tail to open it again and kills everyone inside brutally. In the corridor, Owen reunites with Claire and Maisie, only to be blocked by 2 guards and Eli, who wants them to hand Maisie over to him. When they refuse, Owen reveals the shocking truth about Maisie's birth and origin. Benjamin's daughter died young in a tragic car crash and never had children, so Benjamin was desperate to bring her back somehow. Using the same technology that cloned extinct dinosaurs, he made a clone of his daughter who happens to be Maisie. The conversation is interrupted by the Indoraptor, who quickly kills the 2 guards and causes the others to run for their lives. In the lab, Henry is making the team evacuate all the experiments and dinosaur samples. He tries to convince a handcuffed Zia to give him a sample of Blue's blood, but he's suddenly attacked by Franklin from behind. After putting Henry to sleep with a tranquilizer dart, Franklin frees Zia, and they try to escape quickly. 2 mercenaries block their way, so Zia opens the cage to release Blue, who immediately attacks the men to kill them. In the struggle, the guards' guns damage the hydrogen gas tanks, but luckily, Zia, Franklin, and Blue manage to run away before they explode. Eventually, Owen's group reaches the replica dinosaur room and has to hide when they see the Indoraptor eating a dead guard. Unfortunately, they stop near a radio device and when it activates, it gives away their location. A chase ensues, and the Indoraptor bends the metal railing around the stairs just to try to reach them. So, Owen blocks it with a bar until the beast falls down. When the Indoraptor finally manages to reach the upper floor, the trio has already escaped through a hidden door. They find the electricity box and Owen turns off the mansion's power completely. Zia and Franklin discover a hydrogen cyanide leak near the lab, which will kill all of the caged dinosaurs if it spreads to the fencing area. However, the ventilators aren't working because of Owen's actions. He uses a computer terminal to reset the system and restore power, turning the lights on at the same time that the trio is trying to sneak out. The Indoraptor sees them and breaks through glass to attack, causing the display to fall and temporarily block it. Maisie runs away, but the adults are stuck and the dinosaur's claw hurts Claire's leg. Hearing Maisie scream, the Indoraptor chases her through the corridors until she hides in the dumbwaiter. Claire can't move, so she kisses Owen and asks him to save Maisie, who uses the dumbwaiter to reach her room. The Indoraptor climbs to the roof of the mansion and finds the window to Maisie's room, which it easily opens with its claws. The beast comes inside, but when it's about to attack Maisie, Owen enters the room with open fire. Unfortunately, the shots do no damage to such an enhanced body, and the Indoraptor gets ready to counterattack, only for Blue to suddenly tackle it and start a violent fight. While the dinosaurs throw each other all over the room, Owen and Maisie escape through the balcony and climb the wall. When the beast's attacks destroy a window, they cause the duo to fall and slide down the roof. Blue throws the Indoraptor out, so it starts chasing after the humans who are crossing a skylight. The rain causes Maisie to slip and Owen catches her just in time, although this leaves him hanging from the edge. At that moment, Claire appears behind the Indoraptor and points a laser at Owen as he climbs back to the roof. The Indoraptor runs after it, but its weight breaks the glass and it almost falls through. It holds onto the edge and climbs back to the roof, only for Blue to suddenly tackle it again. Both dinosaurs fall into the display room below, and the Indoraptor dies when it gets impaled on the horns of a Triceratops skull. Blue lands safely on its body and runs away into the night. Afterward, the whole team reunites, and Franklin shows the others the problem with the cyanide gas. The ventilation system is damaged, so they couldn't save the trapped dinosaurs. Claire opens all the cages, but Owen reminds her that they aren't on an isolated island anymore, so she doesn't dare to open the front door too. Maisie does it instead and frees the animals while saying she had to do it because they're alive just like her. On their way out, the dinosaurs kill the remaining guards and the T-Rex quickly eats Eli whole. It also steps on the DNA samples, so no Indoraptor will ever be made again. When the team goes outside, Owen finally gets to pet Blue again affectionately. He wants her to come with him, but she growls at the cage and runs away into freedom. Some days later, Claire and Owen have adopted Maisie as their daughter. People start seeing dinosaurs in random places like the beach, the zoo, and even Las Vegas. Now, humanity has to learn to coexist with dinosaurs in their everyday lives. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom isn't just about dinosaurs running loose, it's a warning about power, greed, and playing God without consequences. While the action is massive and the visuals are stunning, the real fear comes from what happens when humans refuse to learn from their mistakes. Overall, this film delivers intense survival moments, moral dilemmas, and a chilling setup for what comes next. I would rate this movie an 8 out of 10, thrilling, dark, and packed with unforgettable dinosaur chaos. If you enjoyed this recap, hit like and subscribe and check out the next video on your screen, another powerful story that'll keep you hooked till the end.